I'm in downtown Springfield. I'm here with Georgia Powers, who is a special guest at the African American Heritage festivities in downtown Springfield. Now, you are originally from Washington County, correct?
Yes, I was born in Washington County in 1923, and I was 17 months old when my parents moved to Louisville because of a tornado.
What part of Washington County did you live in?
In what they call Jimtown. Yes.
And there was a tornado that hit that area and made you move?
1925, yes. 1925, it destroyed our home, and of course there were major tornadoes. It crossed 4 states, 740 people were killed, and there were some in Springfield area who were killed. Over $2 million in property damage. So it was a major, and it destroyed our home, which was a 2-room cabin that my father had built.
Wow.
So we moved to Louisville. And then they moved because they thought it would be better opportunity for the children and better housing conditions, and so that's the reason they moved to Louisville.
Wow. Now, Ms. Powers is the first woman and the first African American to serve on the Kentucky State Senate. Is that correct?
Yes. I was elected in 1967 and I retired in 1988. I served 21 years in the State Senate of Kentucky.
Wow.
Yes.
Served in Louisville for the Louisville district?
For a district in Louisville, yes. Senate District 33.
Wow.
Yes.
What did you think of your time in the Senate?
Oh, it was very interesting because when I went there on a mission. I understand there are 75 bills enacted that I sponsored and co-sponsored, and many of them were civil rights bills. They were bills. I was an advocate for African Americans, for women, for children, and for the disadvantaged. Yes.
And you were there for quite a few terms.
21 years. There's 5 terms. 4 4-year terms and 1 5-year term.
What was the hardest part? You were being the first woman and the first African American ever in the state Senate. I'm sure there were obstacles for you to overcome.
Oh yes, there were many, but I was able to overcome them. So I was able to do many things and get much legislation passed.
What are you most proud of from what you have done during that time?
I'm most proud of the open housing bill that was introduced and passed in 1968, my first term. Yes, it passed the House, the Senate first, then the House, and it was enacted into law without the governor's signature.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, you come back to Springfield quite often, you were saying?
I come now and then to visit my cousin. I only have one relative here that I know of. Well, 2, Juanita Wright and Priscilla Johnson, who is chairman of the board of the Kentucky Human Rights Commission. Yes, she's from Springfield and she's one of my cousins.
That's great.
Yes.
Now, you also have an autobiography that you had written.
Yes, I've written 3 books since I've retired. My first book was an autobiography, I Shared the Dream, and then my second book was The Adventures of the Book of Revelation, a Bible Prophecy, and my third book will be published in November, Celia's Land. And this book is a biography, and the setting is in Nelson County and Washington County. So everybody in this area should order one of those books, Celia's Land. It's a very interesting story. It's a 5-year court case, and so it's not your everyday slave story. So yes, that'll be published in November.
So keep an eye out for that, and it's under the name Georgia Powers?
Georgia Davis Powers, yes.
Great.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
And thank you, sir.
It's been Gary White in downtown Springfield.